Hey, I want to show you the January garden and greenhouse. It's January 29th right now, and I am so proud of what I've achieved this year. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I brought you guys into the garden first because I wanted to show you what my garden is doing at the end of January 2024, and also what's going on in the greenhouse. Epic things are happening in the greenhouse. Let's take a peek at the garden first. I still have some brassicas going, and I also have some radishes. Those are daikon radishes that are growing out there between the Swiss chard, the broccoli, and then I've got some turnips in there that are growing closer here, and I also got Brussels sprouts growing closest to the camera. Garden, carrots. Yeah, what you see is what I got. Mulched those two gardens. Not much going on over there except for over on the other side. Right over here, see my shadow? Yeah, all those are lettuce. Yeah, got lettuce growing. And of course, not much going on up here at this bed right now. I got to clean it up though, but I got it mulched, and that mulching seems to work out great. I do have cabbage growing in here. It's taken their time growing. I guess it just hasn't been the right temperature for them to really grow out, but they are growing. The same way with this bed. Yes, this bed. That little feature I found in the middle of the road downtown Medford when I went to a screening of a movie I was executive producer of. It was just laying in the middle of the street. Apparently they had a big wind and it blew it from somewhere, so I claimed it. Finders keepers. This is the grapes. They're doing great. Not. I trimmed them and they're in dormancy right now. Oh, look. I've got honeybees on my farm and I've got flowers blooming, and there's a little honeybee down here. I just got to go out and weed and mulch that garden. Yep, there she is. She's working. She's feeding the colony. I'll have honey this year. Strawberries, I really got to do some work with my strawberries. These are ever-bearing. So I was plucking strawberries from there clear up to November. Sadly, my blueberries died. I'm going to try to buy another couple of blueberry plants and perhaps grow them someplace else in the yard, because they just didn't work out too well here in the garden. So I might find another suitable location for them, because I really want some blueberry plants. Oh, now I seriously pruned back my apple tree. Hopefully this will be the year it grows apples. So I'm going to cut this branch into smaller sections and give it to my rabbits to help them, because it's applewood. It'll give the rabbits a treat. They can, because in nature they will chew bark downs, twigs, leaves. But I got to be careful. Did you know that apple trees have thorns? Look at those thorns. Be careful. This is one thorny apple tree. So it's 64 degrees outside, so that enables the honeybees to come out. I'll go over and check them in a minute and see how the colony's doing. But take your coat off, because we're going to go in the greenhouse. It's like 100 degrees in the greenhouse. I'm really happy to see what's going on in here. So from a previous show, I demonstrated scarifying and stratifying seeds for starting spring planting. I still have my seeds stratifying in here, the refrigerator, because they have to be refrigerated for, a period of time to mock winter. And then I'll go ahead and plant them. February 7th is when I pull them out of the refrigerator because I posted and produced that original show, stratification versus scarification. Now the seeds I scarified, I planted. And I planted some other seeds. Check this out. Down here I have some morning glory. I'm going to plant this. I'm going to set this whole pot out front at the base of my trellis that I have out front. These two bins have a variety of tomatoes. And look, you can see that they're sprouted. I will be gifting my tomatoes to family and friends. Up here, my wife has a variety of houseplants she started, and I started a lavender. I want to clone the lavender that's in front of my house. Lavender is one of those plants that just flower almost all year, except for the late fall, winter months, but it feeds the honeybees for a good portion of the year. And I would like to plant sweet peas down the side of my driveway along my fence, and I would like to plant lavender at the base along both sides of the driveway because they're a hardy plant and they feed the bees. You know, feed the bees, save the bees, save the world. So not too much going on over here. I do have to water. They're getting kind of wilty, but these are mustard greens. We've been harvesting from those. And this is lettuce. We've been harvesting from this. It's time to rotate the lettuce. I'm going to clean out what I've got here and put it all into my vermiculture to feed the worms. Yeah. Here's my library of books I use to refer to when I'm planting. So this is what's helping me become more and more successful at gardening year round. Let me take you over here at the end of the greenhouse and show you plants that I've started from scarifying the seeds and see what they're doing. These are also seeds that they take a while to grow. So I got a whole, I've got 24 of these little cups with sweet peas, and my sweet peas are coming in. So I'm going to grow these along the fence to begin with, along the driveway, and then I'm going to collect seeds from year to year and plant those and get the whole fence line just covered with sweet peas. Here, let's see, let's put a better example. This one is okra. I've never had okra, so I'm planting it for the first time. Over here, we've got parsley. Look at that baby parsley right there. Little baby. Still in diapers. Anyway. And then over here I have Swiss chard. Over here I have some volunteers. Don't know, I think these are mustard greens. But I did plant radish in there and the radish didn't grow. Down on the floor here I planted some gourd seeds that I had to scarify. And I also have some asparagus. Asparagus is slow growing. I have asparagus growing in my garden. I just want some more asparagus in the garden because I love asparagus. It really makes my urine stink. Yeah. Must. Here is a wimpy tomato plant. And look, I have a tomato that's ready to be harvested. It's still alive. I'll cut back all the dead leaves. But it's still alive. I fed it and keep it watered, but tomato, January. Fresh garden picked tomato. Let me show you my other tomatoes. Down here I have another tomato. Look at that tomato over there. You see it? Right there. Look at that. I still gotta trim all the bad bedding off of that. And I'll feed all the organic material to the worms. Look at that. A fresh garden tomato. I'm gonna eat this. You know I gotta eat this. Fresh garden tomato in January in the Cascade ranges of Oregon. In the greenhouse. Imagine the seeds from this, just a thought, just throwing it out there. Imagine the seeds from this growing in winter in the greenhouse. I wonder if the seeds from this will be hardier. I wonder if that's how they acclimate plants. I don't know. Anyway, let's go see some bees. Well, that's a very, very, very good sign. I got beehives stored up here. They're empty, but I just needed a place to keep them. It looks like I have 2 hives that are viable. The blue one and then the white one on the end. There's bees coming and going, so really, really healthy bee colonies that survived the winter. Of course, it's been pretty mild winter. But I'm anticipating splitting and growing and maybe filling out all these hives except for the 2nd and 4th one. Those are, let's see, 2nd one. See, I have 4 hives set up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll put 4 hives up there and 2 hives I'll remove. Those are just storage, like this one box with the white, the red, and the yellow. That's all honey supers. I don't have any room to put them until I actually build a house, and I plan to build a shed up here to facilitate storing all the extras and keeping them safe from wax moths, from hive beetles, from mice, and from other pests that may get into them. So that's a very good sign. The bees coming back are loaded with pollen. So of course I have flowers that have bloomed in the garden. At the end of January, they're finding pollen somewhere in January. So this indicates to me we're gonna have an early spring. I mean, it's kind of muggy today. We've had several days of hot rain, several days of rain, and then today it's just really hot and muggy. This is uncharacteristic of Oregon. Well, that's it on the January garden, end of January. Hot, yeah, hot out here. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead up in the Cascade ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out a lot. Remember, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.